I hope you're not offended by my question. You're obviously
I will be, but that's okay.
we're journalists, it's only natural. You're obviously the most famous mixed martial arts fighter for your accomplishments outside of the ring, but your age is running face to face with your career. How many fights do you want to have total?
Oh, I have no idea, but my age, I'm beating the 20-year-old. So that's what I said. You know, everyone talk about my age, and let's put that to rest. If you got a 20-year-old that want to run me on a 40, I'll run him. You got a 20-year-old that want to beat me in basketball, I'll beat him. You got a 20-year-old that want to do something else. So age don't really matter. And I think age to some people is important. But age to me, I never think about it. You know, and I'm not putting you down, but everyone talk about 48. But you know, I think I'm in just as good as any 20 or 30-year-old out there.
Herschel, how is it that you came from a black belt striking background and you submitted this guy? Who exactly is your submission teacher?
Well, Dave Camarillo, but I was going to submit him. I think I caught him with a right. I don't know what I did, to be honest with you. But I think I caught him with a right.
Okay.
Yeah, I caught him with a right, but, you know, Javier, they've been working with my striking, but that was one thing I said that I wanted to work on. In my first fight, you know, Greg and I just was on the ground doing nothing. Whereas in this fight here, you know, Scott, he wanted to stand up, and you know, and that's what was so strange about Scott. I didn't see any tape on it. I didn't see any tape on it. I didn't know what to expect from it, but I heard that it was wrestling. So Daniel Cormier worked with me a great deal on my wrestling, but then when he kicked me, I like, this guy really want to fight. So the last kick, like I said, woke me up and said, "Guy, you want to go? We can go." Like I told people the first time, I'm not here to entertain people. You know, I got other things to do than entertain people. So I'm here to fight. If I step into that cage, I'm going to fight.
Did you learn something in defending the kicks?
No, because I defend it all the time in the gym. What I learned is, you know, I was too relaxed. I came to the gym ready to fight, but I didn't know what he was going to do. And that's why you got to get better. I always tell people in the gym, it is best to win, to get better, than to lose trying to make it up. What I mean by that is, I got a kick, but then I won the fight. So when I get back in the gym, now what I need to do is work on putting that hand back up, defending that kick.
Herschel, hey, this is Ari from MMAsavvy.com. I thought you looked amazing out there. I'm a lifelong fan.
See, he liked me and stuff. I don't know why.
If there's a major injury in this Strikeforce heavyweight tournament, do you want in?
No, no, there's no way. And you know, that's why I told people earlier. It is amazing because I have an opportunity to step into the ring with the guys at AK. And what is so strange, just like with Kane, you know, when Kane was getting ready for Brock, it is amazing that Javier Mendez, I step into the ring with Kane, and Javier will reach over to Kane and says, "Kane, don't you hurt him?" Like that. And Kane goes out and he works with me a little bit. And I think I'm only working with Kane with his cardio because all of a sudden when he decided to turn it up, I know how much I need to learn. So that's why I said that I'm a young fighter. You know, I beat a young guy like myself, but you know, that's what this sport is all about. And that's why I think Scott, you know, people give him a hard time for putting me on the card, but I thank him because he's not here for a sideshow. He matched me up with someone that got equal talent, maybe a little bit better than I am, and let me get out there. He's not trying to go in there and try to prove anything. I don't need to prove anything, I don't think. And credit goes to the guys in the gym. You know, with Daniel Cormier, you know, Fitch is in the gym with Kane. You know, Kane is the world's heavyweight champion, the baddest man on the planet. But having guys like that in the gym throwing you around, you have to pick it up. You know, if you don't learn a little bit, you're going to learn something, or you're going to get yourself beat up.
How is this different from a year ago before you went into the cage for your first fight, and now you've got a year of experience, 2 fights of experience? You didn't know what to expect a year ago, and now you have a better idea.
Well, I think I was a little bit more relaxed. I was very stiff in my first fight, even though I was ready to go, but I was stiff. Whereas I was more relaxed, and I think sometimes you get too relaxed and you take things that you don't need to. So that's something I work on. You know, getting back in the gym just to train. You work on that when we step into the ring. You know, Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. You work on loosening up, but you work on also defense, defending that kick or that punch.
The name recognition is obvious, a boost for the sport, but at the same time, I imagine you're being more recognized among a growing MMA crowd. Tell me how things have changed for you in a year since you joined this sport and had some success.
Well, they grow into the MMA minds. That's great. Because this is a tough sport. These guys have earned their way. And for me to come in and get all the publicity, it's not right, it's not just. But what I have to do is prove myself and prove it in the cage, prove it at the gym, and prove that I'm dedicated.
Besides the win, what was the best thing that you did? One part of your game that you were most pleased with?
Well, I think one thing I was pleased with is getting into that zone. You know, one thing you got to do is you can't sit back and rest on your laurels and be happy with what you've done in the past. I think just continuing to train with my guys and also representing them, because that's so important. And I said when I first came in that I have to perform because I represent AKA. I don't represent Herschel Walker. I don't represent NFL. I represent AKA, and AKA stands for something. So when I step in the cage, I got to stand for it.
And what's your biggest critique?
My critique is one thing I got to do is I got to relax more. And Harv tells me that all the time, relax. And sometimes I think in the cage I got too relaxed today. So I need to sort of define what is relaxing is.
And we're going to see you back, or is it still go back to the drawing board and think about what's
Oh, it's always going back to the drawing board. The only way you're going to see me back is this guy right here. He has to tell me whether he wants me to fight or not. I want to train. You know, the 30-some years I had in Taekwondo was great. I love it. I'm not taking anything away from it. But the year and 4 months that I've been at AKA, I've learned so much more, and I absolutely enjoy it.
Javier Mendez, is he going to be back?
We'll see. You know, I mean, Herschel has a lot of business he has to attend, and you know, if Herschel wants to be back, he'll be back.
Herschel, really quick, how much do you feel like you're recognized as an MMA athlete now after years of being a football star?
You know what makes me happy? Not what people outside of the sport say. What makes me happy is people inside of the sport, the fighters. I think the fighters recognize me as an MMA guy, and you know what makes a big difference is the guys in the gym, because you know we got some of the best guys in the gym in the world. Well, they recognize me as an MMA fighter. That's what means a lot to me. I think anyone else outside of that, I really don't care. But anyone in a gym, I respect that.
Thank you. Congratulations. Good to see you again.
Thank you.